What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to check out my top tips to help you guys get your bag cleaned out in Pokemon Go so you can have a successful 2021 summer. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys excited about summer 2021 in Pokemon Go? I'm so excited about this. So if you guys didn't see my Gibblecom Day video prep guide and you want to check it out up here, please do so. That's going to inspire this video right here. And really, honestly, this video is always relevant, but specifically right now, I think it's even more relevant. So today what we're going to talk about is cleaning out your bag in Pokemon Go. I want you guys to really start dwindling down on your bag. Get the things out that don't matter. I'm gonna give you guys a bunch of questions that you can pose to yourself and how to go about doing that. And then we're gonna take a look at my bag and we're gonna start cleaning it out some. I know, some of you guys are like, oh gosh, here goes another Billy video where he's gonna start deleting 100% IVs and shinies. It is true, we are gonna do that. So after the tips and questions that I'm going to pose with you guys, and you don't wanna see me do it, please just stop watching the video. But if you do want to clear out some Pokemon, we can do that together. And the reason why we want to make sure our bag is cleaned out is because we want to have enough space to play freely. What I mean by freely, I want to have enough bag space that I want to go into the Gibblecom Day. I can catch for the entire day and I never have to delete a Gibble, and then I can come post-event and I can trade them over 100 kilometers and get all that extra XL candy. That's my goal, and I think for the Go Fest 2021, I want that experience as well. I want to have plenty of bag space so that when I'm going into Go Fest, I can save as many rare Pokemon that potentially may be out as I possibly want to. So here are gonna be the top questions to ask yourself each and every time you have a Pokemon to see, what am I gonna do with this Pokemon? The number one question I always pose to myself is, will I power up this Pokemon? Meaning, is it useful enough that I have this sitting in my bag that I am going to power up this Pokemon? Granted, there are unique exceptions such as Matt from the Patreon. Matt collects level 1 baby Pokemon. That's his thing. It really makes him excited. So that is externally of this. If you have some type of unique collection that you do like that, maybe it's all like, oh, I collect 444 Pokemon. Every Pokemon that I have that's a 444 I keep. Just know that that's gonna be kind of like getting into your bag space. Not totally functional, but it doesn't really matter in the end because this game is all about you, what you want to do with it, and how you want to make it go for you. But for me, I always ask myself, externally of that collection, will I power this Pokemon up? Is it relevant enough that I need to save a couple of these? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them? And for the most part, I can usually say no, and then I can delete the Pokemon. Question number 2, will I special trade or lucky trade this Pokemon? So, obviously, we can trade Pokemon over 100 kilometers once per day, or we can do some type of special trade or included a lucky special trade in that. So if it's a Pokemon such as like a shiny Metagross with Meteor Mash, that's totally a Pokemon that I would keep and I would special trade, lucky trade with somebody. But then there's other Pokemon where it's like Yveltal, you know, I'm gonna have a lot of these Pokemon. Xerneas, I have a lot of these Pokemon. A lot of the Forces of Nature, I had a lot of those Pokemon. You can only get 1 special trade per day, and on rare receptions during Go Fest, you might be able to get 5, and if everything goes as well, you get an extra 15 special trades throughout the entire year, so let's just cap it and call it 380 trades per year. If I do 90 Pokemon raids of Xerneas and Yveltal, that's 180 just for that specific Pokemon, and that doesn't count all of the shinies that I may trade with somebody, maybe the rare Bagon, Outrage, shiny, lucky trade, special trade that I will do with somebody. So that's one question that you might pose yourself. And the other part of this question is, can I save it to trade it once per day? Such as Mewtwo. I want to have 296 Mega Mewtwo candy and Groudon. And when I am not doing a special lucky trade, I choose to trade one of those Pokemon once per day over 100 kilometers to get me 1 guaranteed XL candy. Which then leads us into question number 3, which is it rare or does it have trade leverage? What I mean by that, a rare Pokemon would be something like a shiny Dino. That thing has incredible value right now because virtually nobody has it. So that Pokemon, if you have multiples of them and you're willing to trade it, you could pretty much get whatever you want for it. That's extremely valuable. That's not something that you want to transfer. I think all of us know that. But a leverage trade is something like a Salamence with Outrage. It's a pretty leveraged trade. Even though a lot of people may have a shiny Salamence with Outrage, a Mega is going to come out at some point and people may want to swap that, right? That's good. A shiny Landorus may be good to have leverage for a lucky trade. There's a bunch of Pokemon out there that you can save that would definitely be worth having leveraged in your bag. Which then leads us to the next question, which is going to be, does it have a future potential to get a legacy move, or does it have a future potential for a community day? Something like a Dino. If you have 100% IV, I have 100% IV, I am not going to transfer my lucky 100% IV Dino, or evolve it for that matter. So that's something that I am going to save, right? If there's other Pokemon, like I had a 100% IV Swablu sitting in my bag, I did not know that it was gonna have a Calm Day, but I'm very glad that I did not evolve it. That's why some of you guys may be like looking at my bag, it's like, dude, you don't even have a Hydreigon yet. No, I don't. Why do I need one? I don't need one right now. And if I do choose, I'll only do one. But if it's not super relevant for me right now, I don't evolve it, obviously, number one. And then obviously I'm not gonna transfer if I have multiples of those. Like I have 2 Gibble 100% IVs. I have a Garchomp, which I'm gonna have to Elite TM to Earth Power, but then I have another Gibble sitting there. I could have just evolved all my 100% IVs, but then when Calm Day comes, as it usually does, then I'm kind of stuck to have to Elite TM a couple of those Pokemon, which doesn't really make sense to me. Which then is gonna lead us into number 5. Am I holding onto a Pokemon for an emotional need for no reason? Such as for me, I have a bunch of Laprases that I'm emotionally holding on to. I don't really need all the Laprases. Like, I was holding on to some Goomies. I'm like, dude, you don't need these Goomies. Why don't you just go ahead and trade these away and then transfer them, right? Like, those are important things for us because we want to have bag space. And the next question is gonna be, does it have a Mega? Mega Pokemon is all you have to do is Google Mega Game Press list, and it's gonna show you all the Pokemon that do have Megas. So those Pokemon, 100% IVs, probably only really need one that you can Mega Evolve. Probably a good idea to hold on to if you have one that you're like, it's not really relevant. Something like an Aggron, it's like, ugh. But it does have a Mega, unfortunately. It's gonna boost Steel type Pokemon, so that's a really good thing, right? So Megas aren't completely useless, even if they're not the strongest Pokemon. So in that regard, a Mega Aggron is gonna be useful, that it's gonna be able to boost Shadow Metagrosses and regular Metagrosses when we are going up against Fairy type Pokemon. And then here is another question for all of you Go Battle Leaguers. If level 60 were to come out, and let's say that a Pokemon were to get an extra 20% in CP, will it be relevant to another league? What I mean by that is we had Medicham that was only maxable to level 40, and it was gonna be 100% IVs, and it was gonna be maxed out to level 41 for the Great League. But then we had level 50 come out, right? And now we have a really low attack, high defense stamina Medicham that can go all the way to level 50, and it can still be relevant in the Great League. But what happens if we go to level 60? Something like an Altaria now may be able to have like a 6-15-15 instead of a 15-15-15 for the Go Battle League as far as the Ultra League goes, right? So think about that. And it really only pertains to certain Pokemon, like really relevant Pokemon. I wouldn't say to do this for every, like, I don't think it's necessary to do it for Butterfree. No hate towards Butterfree, but something maybe like an Altaria, having something like a 3-15-15 and not evolving it and just saving one in case level 60 ever does come out in Pokemon Go, that would be really valuable. And then finally, the last question I'm gonna post for you guys is gonna be, do I need to save it to trade it over 100 kilometers for a guaranteed XL candy? Or is it rare enough that I need to save this to transfer in 2x transfer candy? Something like Goomy, since it's a new relevant Pokemon going into Goodra, is a good idea to minimally trade over 100 kilometers to get that guaranteed XL candy to make sure that you are maxing out on that Pokemon's potential because it is relevant in XL in the Master League. Alrighty guys, with that said, let's jump right into my game right now. So I have everything pulled up. First thing I always do is I sort by number because that's gonna group all my Pokemon to see where I'm at. So right now I'm at 3557 out of 4,000. I had it below 3,500 today. So reasonably speaking, I want to be at 3,000 minimally. Like that is the absolute minimum amount I need to delete 500 Pokemon out of my bag. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna search 4-star because I wanna know how many 4-stars I have. I have a bunch of these Charmanders in here, right? So let's say I want to check out to see if this Pokemon has a legacy move. So I'm going to go ahead and screenshot it. And if you have an Android, you can use Calci IV, but I'm going to use this particular program, which is going to be PokeGenie. So I go ahead and screenshot it. I load it into the app. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click up there into the sword. When I see the sword here, it then looks like you see there's Dragon Claw, Fire Blast, and Overheat, all with white. And then we have the moves that are going to be in like a light pinkish hue. Blast Burn, Flamethrower, Frustration, and Return. Those are all going to be legacy moves to that Pokemon. So I have to be conscious that those moves are going to be it. Blast Burn is a Calm Day legacy move. So in order for me to get those back, I'm going to have to TM it. So I want to be aware of that. So if I'm looking in here, man, I know this is 100% IV. This one's an Overheat. And it's a 4-star. But it is an old Pokemon in January. So the older Pokemon are a little bit more relevant. So I am not going to delete that one. This is going to be 11/19/2017 with Blast Burn. I don't think I'm ever going to max this. So we're going to transfer that Pokemon right now. Okay, so this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to go through Bulbasaur, Frenzy Plant, Frenzy Plant, Frenzy Plant. I think I've cleaned up quite a bit of these. 2018 with Petal Blizzard. I am not going to do anything with this Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. You're also going to want to cross-reference PV Poke when you do this, just to make sure one of the moves in there is not going to be one of the relevant moves when you are transferring these Pokemon. And I just have a ton of Pikachus. I mean, 530, since the 100% IVs are kind of my thing, it's not really that big of a deal, but I could definitely use some things to kind of go. And so now I have these Machamps. Payback is the moveset for Calm Day. Counter Dynamic Punch, all of these Machamps, man. 2017. I could delete, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I have way too many Machamps. Let's go ahead and just delete one of these guys. Counter Dynamic Punch. And that is gone right there. So I'm gonna have to go through all of these and just start transferring in mass the Pokemon that I don't want. But now let's go into the shinies, because I know I'm hoarding some shinies right here. We have 2 Charmanders. Do I actually need more Charmanders? I don't. Neither of them are that good. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer 1 and transfer 2. Bye-bye Charmander. I have a couple Bulbasaurs I don't need. Transfer in Bulbasaurs. Man, I have so many Charizards. So that one has Dragon Breath, Dragon Breath, Dragon Breath. Woo! Sorry, buddy. You gotta go. Transferring. Okay, I have way too many Squirtles. Make sure that some of these guys aren't here. We're definitely gonna go through and transfer a bunch of these off camera. It would take me quite a bit of time, but I just want to show you exactly how I do and go through here. Shiny Caterpies. Okay, we got Weedle. I don't need this Weedle. I don't think there's that many people looking for shiny Weedle. I could be wrong. I've deleted obviously quite a bit here. I have shiny Pidgeys. Those are a little leveraged. Not super common. Okay, now I have a couple Pikachus. I'm just gonna check the IVs here. Not so great, not the best. And we're gonna go ahead and transfer 1 and transfer 2. The hats, definitely not gonna go, but we have way too many shiny Sandshrews here. 1, 2. I'm gonna save that one just to see for Go Battle League. All right, Sandshrew. There's 1. That one is gone. And number 2. The Alolan ones are definitely gonna stay here with us. Let's get down to a Calm Day Pokemon that we do have. Poliwag, man. Way too many Poliwags. That one's from Japan. Where's this one from? Japan. I'm gonna save those 2. Where's this from? Miami? It's probably from GoFest. It's a 0-star. Not really doing too much for us. We can go ahead and delete that. We have this one here. We can definitely delete that. And so now we're gonna start really dwindling this down, because I have 936. There's definitely more Pokemon in here that I am going to delete. But let's go through and say, and Snivy. I haven't gone through these. I have 34 of these. I really wish that I could just blow through these and mass transfer, but I can't. So, what are you gonna do with all these? 335, we're gonna transfer that. And we're gonna transfer a bunch of these shinies. They are Calm Days. There's no reason I need 34 of these in my bag. And this is what you guys are really truly gonna have to do for all of your Calm Day Pokemon that are taking up way too much space in your bag right now. I would say, generally speaking, legendaries, 5 to 6, depending on what it is. If it has legacy moves, it's a little bit more leveraged. If it's a shiny with a legacy move, such as a Mewtwo Psystrike, it's even more leveraged. But there's a good chance that a lot of these Pokemon could come back, so that is to your advantage as well. So I'll keep going through that. Let's go through Swablu. We have 27. That one. So this is one, for example, maybe in my best interest to save if level 60 ever does come out. So I'll go ahead and favorite that one. This 166 is a no-go. The shinies are definitely gonna take a lot more time because we have to go through one by one. Don't need it. All right. Don't need it. All right, let's check a couple more of these out. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go ahead and go backwards right there. Having one favorited Pokemon such as that one with the star, counting up, really does help out when you are transferring. And there we go. So that's my strategy. Those are my questions. You're gonna have to face yourself in the mirror and say, do I actually wanna save this Pokemon? Is it worth taking time away from saving rare Pokemon such as Shiny Gible? There's gonna be some type of rare at GoFest that maybe you want to have a lot more space to be able to save a lot more of those rare Pokemon and not have to keep going back and going through during the event time and wasting time during that event and not be able to save as many as you want to trade over 100 kilometers for that XL candy. So guys, thank you for being here, for tuning in, for taking your time out to start transferring Pokemon. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything more about this topic I can be of assistance to. Appreciate you guys, likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.